I'm going to share a few more thoughts about mudita. I know Kath and I started that conversation last week, and over the weekend, I was thinking about mudita. And because it's been in our mind and it's the topic for this week, I have made the conscious effort to practice it more because I really think that it's something we need to practice. It's this beautiful concept that I think we all get and have felt. And sometimes it may be easier to practice it than in other times. So I've organized my thoughts
Fabiola,
into
you're going in and out of sound. Just be mindful.
the sign. Okay, there. Is that better if I stay there? Okay, maybe I just shouldn't move. Thank you. So I was thinking that for mudita, we need to have a preliminary practice, right? From Susan, I learned that the preliminary practice to meditating would be shaking it loose so that we are really connected with the body before sitting and release stress. And I was thinking for mudita, we may need a preliminary practice too. We may need to set a holding environment, a space from which we can feel appreciation, especially when life is hard. Now, life may not always be hard, but we all know life is full of ups and downs. When life is going great, it may be easy to feel appreciation for everything, including the joys around others. But when life is tough, when we have pain, when we're in grief, when we're suffering a lot, it's hard to even notice the joys that are present in our life. So, let alone notice the joys that are present in others. So, let me just talk about a few things that I wrote here. How can mindfulness help us tap into appreciation? How can mindfulness help us tap into that warm, empathetic joy, even when life is tough? Let's start with the basics. Appreciation is about feeling that warm feeling that something good, big or small, has happened. Appreciating a cup of tea, a friend calling us, or the joy that a friend was able to achieve something they wanted. But when we're struggling, it is tricky to access appreciation and even mudita. So, how can mindfulness help us? Mindfulness can help us be present with what is, opening up to what really is without judgment, with compassion, and with openness. Whenever we catch ourselves thinking, why is this happening to me? Another bad thing happening, we can just simply say, oh, there I see the train of thought that leads to more suffering. We can pause and in that moment practice appreciation, compassion for ourselves. Take a moment to pause and, like Thich Nhat Hanh says, be able to enjoy what is to be enjoyed in any ordinary moment. The roof above your head, the breath that you can take more deeply, the health that you may have at whatever level you have it. Now, I'm going to share a quick story. It's real and it's vulnerable, but this is how I was confronted with the difficulty of practicing mudita sometimes. I was actually at a dinner this past weekend. One of our relatives organized dinner, and someone I hadn't seen for a while came to share about their lovely summer. And it was beautiful. And then they asked me how my summer had been. I was going to have a lovely summer also. So they asked me, how did the trip to Germany go with your family? And I said, well, it didn't happen for a number of reasons. And as I was telling the reasons, some illnesses in my family, a broken toe in my case, difficult situations all around, I could just be connected with my sadness. I was truly happy that my friend had been able to have this vacation. But a part of me was like, my summer went and I barely took a day off. At that moment, I was aware that it was really difficult to rejoice in her happiness. Of course, I felt a little bad, like the bad Buddhist who can't practice everything she's supposed to. But there was a moment of self compassion, thankfully, generated by the empathy of my friend who said, oh, I'm sorry that all of that was going on for you. I thought you had a wonderful vacation. That really alleviated me. And at that moment, I was very grateful for my friend's empathy. And in appreciating her empathy, I was able to truly open my heart to ask her about her vacation and what she had enjoyed. So I very recently experienced firsthand this difficulty with opening up to mudita. It is something that normally is very easy for me to access. I celebrate the joys of others. I'm a fan of celebrating every single thing that happens to us and to our loved ones. But I'm also very realistic and know that when we're drained or tired or feeling down, it is hard. It is hard. So we need to take baby steps. That's why I developed a list of preliminary practices to mudita when life feels tough. And the idea is to share this with you so that if any of you happen to be going through a difficulty right now and you are also wanting to practice more mudita, that you can access it more easily. The first thing is don't feel bad if it's hard. It's just human. It's just human. And if we're not feeling great, we're going to be focused on us. So the first thing is to realize that we have enough, that there is enough in this moment, even if there have been difficulties, right? And to appreciate that in the moment, in this moment. So right now, I invite you all to tap into appreciation by simply noticing how you are right here, right now. It's a Monday, maybe one of those manic Mondays, yet many of us were able to show up here, right? How wonderful. And we're not alone. Maybe we're the only ones in our family into this mindfulness and Dharma and all these things, but here we are as a Sangha, right? Feeling held, understood. So take a moment to appreciate that. Get into your body, because I think that's the first one to get maybe out of our mind and the negativity bias and remembering and replaying all the negative and just taking a breath and arriving to this moment, feeling the clothes that is covering you, feeling the comfort around you, feeling your own health, the company, and if possible, think about something sweet that you enjoyed this morning, whatever it was, anything that you could savor, and feel how that starts warming up your heart. So when we start feeling safer or more relaxed, it is easy to open up to joy. The next preliminary, I think, after coming into the moment and realizing that we're safe, that we're okay, that we have enough, is then opening up towards something else, someone else, because mudita is about rejoicing. So think about one of your most loved people in the world. I bring my son, just, I'm the mother of one boy, only child. So he's the light of my eyes. I think about him. He's doing great. Today he's running for class president. He's a popular kid. Probably he's going to win. It looks like it. So I'm happy. He feels proud. He feels loved. And just thinking about him just fills my heart with joy. And I'm rejoicing to see the young man that he's becoming. So I invite you to think about one of your loved ones and think about the joys that they may be having right now and see how natural it is for you to feel that. Those are baby steps. Those are baby steps. Then we can think about someone who is friendly, someone who we appreciate. Lori, our dear friend Lori, who's a teacher here. I know she's in Vallecitos with Bill and Susan at a retreat now. How cool is that, right? I'll be there in a month, thankfully, in a retreat with them. But thinking about Lori warms my heart. And my friend Susie, who's also there, right? So we start expanding the circle in a way that is easy and manageable for us, right? Yesterday, it was hard for me to jump from zero to feeling joy for my friend. Somehow I needed her empathy first, and I needed to savor the meal that we were sharing in that dinner. And I had to realize, okay, all that happened, but right here, right now, I'm fine. Tired, but fine. So I invite you to take yourselves, to hold yourselves with compassion and kindness when you're having a hard time. Come into your body, practice simple appreciation, and that can open up to mudita. And why is it good to practice mudita? precisely because sometimes we feel we don't have enough, or we may be a little jealous that somebody else got the promotion or somebody else was able to take the vacation. It's not about judging ourselves, it's about catching these hindrances, these disturbances on our way to nirvana, and to ground, breathe, settle, soothe. So I hope that this inspires you to practice moments of pausing, appreciating what is there, and extended that circle of joy and rejoicing to include others to the best of your abilities. Thank you for your kind attention. And now let's move into our meditation. This is the moment where I rejoice a lot. I really am a fan of mindfulness. I love teaching it. I love meditating it. I'm one of the few ones in my family who does that. So having all of you in the different sanghas really brings a lot of joy. And how beautiful that we have the freedom to meditate right here, right now. So go ahead and stretch as much or as little as you want, whatever your body needs right now. A stretch, maybe one more sip of your coffee, and start choosing the posture that you want for today that's going to hold you while we practice mindfulness together. Can be sitting, kneeling down, laying down, and you can even be walking if you want. And whenever the stretching and the moving around feels right, just start turning the attention towards your breath and inviting some easy, gentle breaths. Allowing the breath to start taking over the awareness, to start feeling that oneness with your breath, to go back to the very basic function of being alive in your body breathing. And just enjoy that. Just feel how the breath moves you. Soften the shoulders, relax the jaw, soften the belly. No need to tuck it in. And just let yourself breathe naturally. Feel how you're being supported by the floor, by the chair, whatever's supporting you. Feel the support of your bones and your muscles, your awareness. Bring up something warm to mind, something that leads to appreciation, rejoice. And in Bill's words, ride your breath and enjoy that we can do this together for the next 20 minutes or so. So enjoy your practice, enjoy your breath. And if the mind wanders too far from the here and now, just gently bring it back to the breath, to the ease and safety of this moment. And enjoy to be in your body breathing. And softening, allowing, appreciating the aliveness in your body and every breath you take.
I invite you to really savor more deeply this last 4 minutes of our practice together, whether you're breathing or walking or repeating a mantra. Just really savor this next 4 minutes, allowing, welcoming. Thank you all for